Retopology definitely one of the most annoying parts of any workflow. There are a bunch of add-ons that do it automatically, but the free ones are not that great for human retopology, at least from what I've seen. If you know anything good, tell me in the comments. So in this one, I'm gonna show you how to do it really simple, cause I've seen many people making it really complicated and time consuming. If you're a beginner that don't know about Retopology, keep watching, but if you do know the basics, skip to this time I put on the video. As always, you can download all the 3D files and real-time process videos of making the characters from the channel, all in my Gumroad and Patreon page. Let's go! Let's start with a plane. When you go to edit mode, you see the menu gets extended. In this menu, we mostly use polybuild tool and select box tool. When you use polybuild tool, you can easily click and drag the vertices. Now if you move the mouse closer to the edges, you see that the edge turns blue. That means if you click and drag to the outside, you extrude a new face in that direction. But what if you want to continue extruding the second row? You can hold Ctrl. When the corner turned blue, you can click and drag out a new face and continue adding more faces like this. If you hold Shift, you can click on a vertex point and the whole edge gets removed. But if you click on the center of the face, whole face gets deleted. If you hold Shift then click and drag across the face, it selects that face. And after that you can move it or press Shift D to duplicate and place it somewhere else. If you want to connect two parts to each other, you can extrude a face close to the other part, but it doesn't connect as you can see. That means you need to enable auto merge from here, and from the option increase the threshold. Now it gets connected and you can continue with the rest. But you see we had 4 faces on the top and 3 on the bottom. We obviously can't connect 4 to 3 without making a triangle, but what we can do is to hold Ctrl and drag the point to the bottom, then merge the last point to this one. Now we turn 4 faces into 3. Easy. Another useful tool is a smooth tool. If you select the faces in the middle and pick up a smooth tool, you can click on this yellow circle and drag out to smooth out the topology, then fix the rest by hand. We can also divide faces by moving the mouse on the edge and press Ctrl R to add a loop cut. When the yellow line appears, you'll know where it's gonna cut. So if we want to add it on the corner, we can move the mouse there and click one time. After that, we can move the loop cut and click one more time to finalize the cut. But if you want to add 2 lines, we can simply scroll up on the mouse to increase the amount of cuts. Then click, and that's pretty much it for the basics. Now let's get to the actual tutorial. Bring your character, press Shift A and add a plane, rotate it and bring it forward, scale it down. While it's in the center, press Tab and bring it under the right eye. In the tool menu, select Polybuild tool. In the modifier properties, add mirror modifier so we have it on the other side. Enable snapping and open the options, choose face project and enable these options. This way we can easily move the vertices over the mesh. Now just click and drag the points like this. Move the mouse to the right side. Once it turned blue, click and drag to extrude out a face. As you can see, it goes through the mesh and make it really hard to see the points. There's a free add-on called Xray. Download it from the link in the description and add it to Blender. From Edit, Preference, Add-on. Press Install and find the add-on. And don't forget to enable it. Now in the top right corner, in the overlay settings, turn on Xray. Now you can see what we're doing. Just move the mouse on the right corner of the face and drag out. Reposition the points and do that again over and over until you fully covered the eyelids. In the tool settings, turn on auto merge and increase the threshold. It now auto merge the points whenever they're close to each other. So if we get the vertices close to each other, they would merge together right away. Drag out the second one from the left and extrude out the left side to the nose and stick it to the other side. In the modifier properties, turn on clipping so both sides stick together. Now drag out the right side, but instead of going forward, go down. We want to make an oval shape from the nose to the chin. Go to select mode, press Xray to switch to face select mode, select any face you want, Shift D to duplicate and place it close to the ear. Go back to Polybuild tool and reposition the points. Then start extruding around the ear, then connect it to the other side. Extrude this one out and start extruding the bottom all the way to the bottom of the chin. Make sure you extrude in the same amount of faces as the left because we're going to connect these together afterwards. It should look something like this. Hold Shift, click and drag across any face you want. Shift D to duplicate and drop it on upper or lower lip. Extrude around the lips. Again, make sure you have the same amount of faces as the outside. This will make the job much easier. Now back to where we started from the ear. This time extrude the top side and rotate it around the forehead. Make sure you have the same amount of faces as the eyelid. When you rearranged it, start bridging the faces together to fill up the empty space in between. Then start extruding it to the bottom like this. When you reach this face, merge the left point to this one and finish up the rest. Now we're left with this empty space in the middle that we can fill out easily like this. After that, start on the bottom of the ear and go down the chin. Now extrude this one, and instead of going up, just go around the back of the head and stick it to the other side. Pick up the select tool again and press 2 to switch to edge select mode. Select the edges on the bottom of the lips and the one on the top of the chin. Press F to bridge it. Now select the edge on the right side of the face and press F few times. And as you can see, it automatically bridges out the rest. But don't go too far. We need more geometry on the bottom of the nose. So move the mask on the faces around here and press Ctrl R to add a loop cut. Reposition the points so we have a consistent distance between them. Now we have another face here that we can easily extrude and connect to the other side. We also need more geometry on the lips, so move the mask over on the lips and Ctrl R to add a loop cut around it. Make sure you reposition the points as well. Back is pretty easy. Just fill up each row and move on to the next until you cover the back of the head. We still got a hole in the front. We gotta extrude the edges this way. So start extruding from this one and rotate around the corner and connect it to the other side. Ctrl R on this one too, because we need a bit more geometry here. Then reposition the points like before. Extrude this one and connect it to the bottom. Ctrl R in the middle to add a loop cut. Now if we extrude around it, we end up with a hole for the nostrils. Go back to select mode, and while in edge select mode, hold Alt and click on the inner edges. To select all the 4 edges, press E to extrude. Escape to place it back, then press S and scale it down. Now we can fill in the hole by pressing F. I add another loop cut around the nose this time. So we have more topology. Move on to the top. Extrude this one out, hold Ctrl and extrude the edges around it. Do that until you reach the end of it. Now extrude the second row instead of first one and stick it to the other side. Again, skip one row and extrude the next one. You'll see why I'm doing this. Just make sure you add the same amount of faces as the last row. Now hold Ctrl and pull out the face from here, then reposition the points. After that, extrude till you reach the other side. We're missing a face in the back. I add a loop cut here so we have the same amount of faces on both sides. Now choose select tool again, and while in edge select mode, select this edge on the left. Press F 2 times, now it's filled. Choose this edge as well and press F again. Now you see why I did it. This one is a bit tricky because we got more faces on the front. So Ctrl R on this one, then click to add a loop cut. Again, select this edge and press F over and over until we got the whole head covered. Pick up the polybuild tool and start repositioning the points so they have fairly consistent distance between them. Just make them look nicer, that's all. As you probably can tell, we still haven't done the ears. Zoom in on the ears and extrude this one to the back. Then extrude around the auricle. Try to maintain same amount of faces as the scalp. Once you got to the bottom, connect it to this one. Now just fill in the space in between. If you don't have enough edges to bridge, just add a loop cut to one side so it gets even on both sides. Now back to the front, extrude this one until you reach the bottom one. Now we can extrude out all the edges to the center of the ear. Then at the end, connect them all together like this. We're almost done. Just refine the whole mesh and reposition the vertices. Move the mask over to the eyelids. Ctrl R and scroll up on the mouse to add 2 more edge loops around the eyes. This ensures we have good amount of topology where we need it. Now if you have a full body, I'm gonna make a video about the rest of the body, so wait for that. But if you only wanna topologize the head, exit the edit mode and apply the mirror modifier. Then add multi-res modifier We also need shrink wrap modifier. Click on this icon and choose your unoptimized base model. Change the wrap method to project, and to fix these weird activities, turn on negative. In the multi-res, click on subdivide few times, so it gets close as possible to the base mesh, like this. We got few problems here. To fix that, mess around with the limit number. If it's still not fixed, go to edit mode and manually move the vertices until it gets fixed. When you're 100% sure that it looks okay, go to modifiers and apply shrink wrap modifier, and we're pretty much done. To see how it looks, we can apply the multi-res with one subdivision to see the topology. And as you can see, we went from this cringe looking thing to this beautiful looking mesh. Hope it was helpful. Like and sub so you won't miss the next Retopology video about the body. Check out my Gumroad and Patreon page to download the 3D files and real-time process videos of making the characters, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!